Thank you for joining us. My name is Trina. Amy and I are super excited for you to be here with us today as we talk more about healthy solutions. Today's goal for us is that you will take home hope in your health today and have natural solutions that will help you and your family. On our team, we learn by immersion. So since Amy is newer, I will be doing most of this workshop for her. And then as she becomes more comfortable, she will be able to do these workshops on her own and then help the next person. Today, our workshop will be about 30 minutes long. And if you're watching from your phone, just take your phone and turn it sideways so that you can see the screen a little bit better. And then that way you can take screenshots of things that you don't want to forget. Most people know doTERRA for their essential oils, which are absolutely amazing. But today we will be focusing on foundational wellness, which is doTERRA's supplement line and their #1 seller. Before we get started, I want to share a little bit about how essential oils work. I've used essential oils since my kids were really young, but I only knew how to use a few of them, and I didn't understand the importance of purity or exactly how to use them to their fullest potential. So I just willy-nilly used a few of them and didn't understand how amazing they are to support our health. I do wish I would have understood them a little bit better because I would have used them more and benefited my family in so many ways back then. Just to understand a little better, if you look at the image on the page, you will see a cell. On the inside of this cell, you can see a virus. On the outside of the cell is a bacterial infection. If you end up with some sort of bacterial infection, a lot of times a doctor will prescribe an antibiotic for you because the antibiotic can reach the bacterial infection on the outside of the cell. But if you go to the doctor with a virus, they'll often just tell you to drink more water and rest because the antibiotics cannot permeate the cell wall to reach the virus. Essential oils at the basic level are pure plant extracts. Because humans and plants are both carbon-based, essential oils are naturally compatible with our bodies and can permeate the cell wall to support our health literally at the cellular level. This is important to understand because a lot of our supplements contain essential oils. The reason for this is that the essential oils open up the pathway for the vitamins and minerals to enter at the cellular level. This is why so many people are feeling so much better and having amazing testimonies with doTERRA. Let's dream a little bit here. Imagine if you were gifted your dream car, but the only catch was that it would need to last your entire life. Which one would you choose? If you had only one car for your entire life, wouldn't you take good care of it? Would you skip putting the best fuel in it? Would you avoid oil changes? Would you ignore strange noises on the dashboard? Of course not, because it's so valuable to you. It's irreplaceable and it's yours for life. Similarly, we only have one body, but why do we treat our bodies with less care than we would a car? Why is it that health tends to be the first thing we sacrifice?
That's so true, Trina. So if you look at this next slide, there are a whole list of health concerns that you could be experiencing. There we go. So some of them, digestion, muscle joint pain, cholesterol, sleep issues, headaches, stress, anxiety. So some of you may have only one or two symptoms on this list. But for me, before doTERRA, I was having a harder time with bloating, digestion, especially in the last couple of years. I've had shoulder and hip joint pain that was just so achy. It would make it hard for me to sleep, hard for me sometimes to even move around. I also have had lower back pain that is kind of something that I thought I would just have to live with for the rest of my life because chiropractic, trying different things. Nothing really seemed to take it away. Um, but however, um, I also found out that I've struggled in the past with trying different supplements, different things, being consistent. And when it comes down to it, um, if something is affordable, if something actually works and gives you the support, it really makes a difference on whether you're going to with it or not. And with the doTERRA supplements helping me like with all of these things, and being affordable for me, I feel very well supported in our community, and it has just worked so well. Health is a journey, and your wellness advocate will help support you along the way, which hopefully that will be me. Um, but I love when I get to see customers' testimonies, and especially my own. It's just been so life-changing for me to be able to start talking about these things. So if you're looking at this image and can't relate to any of these struggles that are on the screen, you're pretty healthy. So your story will be more about prevention, which is the best testimony of all. Health issues that arise in our 70s and 80s actually start with how we take care of our bodies now. I feel like our culture has become complacent with thinking that as we age, we will just feel worse, but it doesn't have to be that way at all.
So true. And as we think about that, as we think about the way that we approach health, especially here in the United States, there's basically two different ways that people tend to approach it. The modern approach usually addresses symptoms by using more pills and prescriptions that can often cause more symptoms, unfortunately, in this never-ending cycle. Um, and then sometimes in that modern approach, you overlook the root cause. And sometimes when you go to the doctor with multiple symptoms, they look at one individually instead of looking at the body as a whole. Here's some crazy stats to think about. Diabetes has increased by 700% since 1960. 50% of children are obese in the United States. And according to the CDC, 90% of healthcare spending goes to managing chronic disease. Really is difficult to be healthy in the United States. And then on the other side of the screen, you can see the natural approach. Here we're addressing the body's needs and focusing more on the root cause of what your health concerns are. So instead of putting a Band-Aid on a symptom, we're trying to get to the root cause of what was basically the root of what was causing that symptom. And one thing I love about doTERRA is that they have naturopath doctors on staff who help set up different protocols for us to find solutions for our health. And that is something that has been super helpful for both Amy and myself because we found that we have different bodies, different symptoms, different things that we were needing to tweak. And doTERRA had more than one way to address those problems. I love that our team's all about offering education with solutions. And already this year, we've had functional medicine doctors on hormones, pain management, liver detox, healthy weight management. We've done a 90-day detox, which is what Amy has been focusing on. And it's just nice to have wisdom provided for free so we can look at all these different options. So, a lot of symptoms arise merely due to nutrient deficiencies. Did you know that 96% of Americans don't get the nutrients that they need? No matter how healthy we eat, grass fed, all organic, all the things that we try to do to care for our bodies and our families, we're still not getting exactly what we need and what we used to be able to get because the soil is no longer nutrient dense. And since we've been spraying so many chemicals on our soil for so many years, the nutrients don't have the soil to transfer to our food, and then we're not getting those in our bodies. So we've become a nation that's struggling with nutrient deficiencies. Here's a fun little quiz. How many oranges would you need to eat today for your body to receive the same amount of vitamin C that it would have gotten from an orange grown 100 years ago? The answer is 8. you would have to eat 8 oranges a day, which, if you're a family of 5 like ours, it's a lot of oranges. So that just goes to show how we're lacking in the nutrients that our bodies need. And then the nutrient deficiencies can contribute to symptoms like lack of energy, brain fog, joint pain. And a lot of times people just chalk that up to normal aging, but it doesn't have to be that way. Here's the deal. To feel our best, we want to tackle these 3 things here on the screen: inflammation, nutrient deficiency, and toxic overload. Inflammation is like your body's help signal. It's great when you're injured, but it's not when you're just triggered by sugar, processed foods, or even chronic inflammation, where you end up with these big health issues on the right of the screen. And toxic overload, from day one, we're hit with chemicals in our foods and our products, in the air. That all adds up to help us just feel tired, run down, vulnerable. And our detox organs can only do so much to flush all those toxins out. And then they start getting sluggish.
So why doTERRA? Many supplements aren't regulated. I mean, I don't know about any of you, but I have taken a myriad of supplements over the years. And often those that we find at the grocery store or wherever do not even contain the main ingredient that is listed on the bottle, which is super sad. So if you go to Target, Amazon, Costco, wherever, you don't actually know what you're getting. But doTERRAs are clinically backed and developed by real doctors who I got to meet, thankfully, out in person, and consistently tested for purity and potency. doTERRA is obsessed with purity, which I am thankful for. When I went to go take the tour in Utah, they even test the air and the water quality of the facility to make sure everything stays so pure. They test their oils 54 times from dirt to the doorstep. If they don't have an ingredient, the supplement will go out of stock because they are not willing to alter the formula. And they are continually working with doctors to develop and test the supplements, and everything is third-party tested. So that's huge to me. I definitely want to be taking something that I'm not just going to see go right into the toilet after I've gone to the restroom. Co-impact sourcing is also my favorite reason that that we like to pick doTERRA. And I Trina, can you help me on this part? Like I know they source the plants in their native country, right?
Yes, where
Where
they
it's
grow
originally
best.
grown. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Which means it has like the best quality because it was originated there. Like I know they explained when we were out there that you can take a plant from, Jamaica and plant it here, but we're not going to get the same result because it's not the original and everything, its environment is not original. So that was really cool also to learn how they co-impact that
Yes.
sourcing.
And here's another page that kind of goes a little bit more into that. Um, it really does make doTERRA different from all the other oil companies out there, and why we're the leader in essential oils, because it matters to doTERRA where the products are sourced, and it just makes them stronger and healthier plants. They grow the plants for the oils where they natively thrive. So we had a friend who moved from Minnesota to Texas and would say, if I took a plant from Minnesota and planted it in Texas, it would grow, but would it thrive? No. So you can see not many plants are sourced from the US when you look at this image here. There's a couple in Hawaii and some on the East Coast, but most of them are grown around the world where they natively grow. And I love about doTERRA that they give people jobs that live in really poor communities. Um, and they and that in turn helps us to have the most natural form of ingredients. And it makes a big difference for these products that we're sharing. Here's a a story that they share when you actually tour the plant. This is about our wintergreen oil. They share a story about wintergreen, which is grown in Nepal, and the farmers were harvesting the wintergreen early because they really needed that money for their families. So doTERRA stepped in and said, how about this? We will pay you more to keep the plants in the ground and wait to harvest them until they're fully ripened so that the farmers were getting what they needed. And then we're providing oils that we can really stand behind and we know about the quality and the purity.
I love it. That's awesome.
So good. Um, Here is doTERRA's wellness pyramid. Looks a little different from that traditional food pyramid that we all grew up seeing in school. If you take a look at it here, you can see at the very bottom is nutrition and digestion. And we also like to say elimination with that green bar on the bottom. If we're not getting the nutrients that we need, our bodies are just going to struggle. We may struggle with digestion. We may not absorb the nutrients that we need. And then with elimination, if you're not using the restroom a couple of times a day, you're not eliminating the toxins. So then you're holding toxins in your body. Our bodies are very smart. And so they can actually do a lot of healing when we give them the basics of what they need. And starting with that good foundation of nutrition and digestion is key. This is called the Foundational Wellness Bundle. And here are two terms we'll talk about as we talk about foundational wellness, bioavailability and bioretention. Unfortunately, most supplements on the market are only 20 to 30% bioavailable, which means you're peeing out 70 to 80% of them. If you think about taking a hard pressed vitamin from the store, when you take it, your body has to figure out what to do with it, and then it has to recognize it, and then you just pee out the rest. So if the vitamin is made of ingredients your body doesn't recognize, you're literally flushing all those vitamins right down the toilet. Think of it like a vitamin shelf in your body. When that shelf is fully stocked with these vitamins and minerals, your body has what it needs to support your immune system, help you heal, and keep your energy up. If you were to get a virus, then your body would start searching for vitamin C. If it can't find what it needs inside you, you'll start feeling tired and your immunity will get lower. That's why it's so important to keep your body stocked with the right nutrients because it doesn't function at its best without them. This is where doTERRA is actually different. Their supplements are made from ingredients that our bodies recognize and are 80 to 90% bioavailable. Um, that was so important to me when I began taking these products because I started noticing within a couple of weeks that I didn't have that afternoon crash, because my body was actually holding all those nutrients for the day and giving me the industry, and that too, the energy to make it through the day. Now, when you look at this picture of VMG Plus, the green box there, VMG stands for vitamins, minerals, greens, and the plus is for doTERRA's essential oils. This is a daily nutritional drink with over 90 whole food ingredients, including fruits and vegetables, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. These are designed to fill those gaps in our diet and so many minerals as well. Each sachet contains 3 to 4 servings of nutrient-dense greens plus liposomal technology, and it makes it more bioavailable than other supplements. doTERRA's study showed that 91% of VMG Plus stayed in the system for 8 hours, keeping those nutrients available for when your body needs them. And trust me when I say this, it actually tastes good. It has a pineapple mango flavor, and I look forward to taking it each day. My body actually has started to crave it. I've heard many others say the same because you're getting those nutrients that you need, and your body wants those nutrients. Um, Amy, would you want to share a little bit? I know you have used both lines. If you could share a little bit about
Yeah.
VMG as well.
Yeah. So the VMG, I tried that, and then I was having some digestion issues that I was dealing with just personally. and I found that I needed to do actually a little bit more of a detox so that my system could handle it better. So I ended up going because thankfully we have so much support here with doTERRA. I was able, she recommended that I try the capsule version, which was so helpful. And I've been taking the LLV now for, I think about 32 days, and it's just been absolutely amazing. But that detox was exactly what I needed. And the LLV was absolutely what I needed. And it's just been phenomenal helping my digestion and helping my inflammation.
Fabulous. That's so good. Um, and our health is a journey. We're constantly tweaking it. So I'm so happy that you found something that is making a big difference right now. Because this is probably your fourth month with doTERRA.
Yes. June, July, August, September, fourth month. Yep.
Great. Okay, there's a little bit more about VMG on this page. It's 540% more bioavailable than regular supplements. It's a pretty high number, thanks to its essential oils and liposomal technology. And when it comes to tackling inflammation, VMG Plus showed some impressive results. It reduced CRP by 43.5%, which means it can help ease chronic pain, boost your energy, and make you feel better overall. I can say all those have been true for me. In just 6 weeks, VMG Plus helped reduce biological age by 2 years. It's not just about looking youthful, though. It's about feeling that way too, with better cell health and vitality. And you'll just notice that some of those inside changes appear on the outside as well. This is Sherry Hamlin is someone actually that I know personally. She had 18 migraines a month before she was trying our foundational wellness, and she had shots for 2 years. It's just incredible that she was able to, 5 months in, stop those injections and only had 6 total migraines last year.
That's powerful.
Did I miss a slide there? I did. Oh, yes, because I knew we had another great before
Oh,
and
yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Um, And this is about collagen. And this is another friend on our team who lost a significant amount of weight. She lost 100 pounds. And then she wanted something that would help her tighten up the skin. And if you just take a peek there at her face and then under her neck, you can see how that collagen really made a difference for her skin.
Amazing. Okay. So, omegas. Yeah. This one, I think,
You want me to re
yeah, I think you have those details.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Amy's
You're
taking the
fine.
next slide. So what are omegas? Omega 6s and omega 3s are something that we're supposed to have a 1-to-1 ratio on in our body. And a lot of people have 16-to-1 because of the state of America. We just have entirely too much processed foods if you look at the picture on the left. And it's more and more difficult to add in those omega 3s on the right into our diet in the quantity needed. So, this is something you can kind of read these slides here. Those omega 6s stimulate inflammation, they're essential for recovery. They isolate the problem, initiate healing. They're commonly found in vegetable oils and processed foods. And over here on the right, we have omega 3s which aid in tissue repair, promote overall healing when we're injured or fighting off illness. They balance the inflammatory effects of those omega 6s, and you find them in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and then in seeds and in nuts and in algae.
So, here's how important omega 3s are to our overall health. Let me break it down. For your heart, omegas help lower blood pressure, reduce triglycerides, and keep your arteries flexible. For your brain, they're basically brain food. They support your focus and your memory. For your metabolism, omegas help balance your blood sugar and support a healthy weight by improving how your body uses insulin. And for longevity, people with higher omega-3 levels have a lower risk of serious diseases. The E Omega Plus makes sure you're getting what your body needs so you feel good now and stay healthy for the long haul. I was excited. I think Trina's up to read this, but before she does, I'll just share. I went to the doctor today and had my blood pressure taken, obviously, and it was 108 over 62. And I was so excited to tell Trina about it because since having my kids, it's been somewhere around 110 over 80. So the bottom my I guess it would be the diastolic blood pressure. The bottom number has dropped from 80 to 62, and I can only attribute that to what I've been taking, and it was so exciting.
That is amazing. Okay, so this slide here, since our bodies can't make enough omega-3s, we have to get them from food or supplements. Experts recommend 500 milligrams a day, but most of us only get around 90 milligrams, significantly less than what we need and just missing out on those health benefits. E Omega Plus delivers 900 milligrams of omega-3s per serving. And doTERRA added the wild orange essential oil to this. It has limonene and it also helps manage cholesterol, boosts energy, supports inflammation, keeps that fish oil fresh, and you don't have any more fishy burps. So if you've tried
No,
omegas through the years and you struggled with the fishiness of it, this actually tastes good. And you can actually pop them and eat them in your mouth, like and spit out the capsule instead of swallowing them like a pill, which is kind of neat too. Clinical studies showed 16.2% drop in resting heart rate and 14% decrease in blood pressure, which speaks to your results today,
I know.
Amy.
It was so exciting.
Okay, is this one mine too?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so a healthy gut biome is so important. As we discussed earlier, we do not want to trap those toxins in our body. We want to release them. And you'll notice if your gut is not healthy by if you're not eliminating twice a day, once or twice a day. And if you have any of these symptoms on the page, like gas, bloating, constipation, food intolerances, which is something that my family and I have struggled with for years and years. And we're just now learning that we can heal from that. Fatigue, sleep issues, weight gain or loss, skin conditions, frequent infections, anxiety and depression, mood changes, memory and concentration. Those are all things that we can hearken back to our gut. And they say food allergies and a lot of even animal allergies begin in the gut, and getting that gut healthy can help you in so many other ways as well. So, taking control of your health and getting exactly what your body needs can be as easy as 2 minutes a day. This is our foundational wellness bundle that has your vitamins, minerals, and greens. There's a sachet a day that you just mix with water, and then three omega out of the yellow bottle there. That will be for your brain health, your cardiovascular system, and then the probiotic for your gut health. And it helps your brain and your gut speak the same language and just helps you get control of your health back.
Yeah. And so, as I was saying earlier, I was having some digestive issues, and um, they helped me understand the need for preparing the soil and doing the detox. The Zendocrine detoxification complex, it aids in healthy cleansing and elimination functions in the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin cleansing and digestion. So, to make it necessary to be eliminating 1 to 2 times a day and eliminating your toxins, you take this, and it's just amazing. Um, it makes a building block for all of your organs to work better. The MetaPWR with the Mito2 Max also was part of the detox that I am currently doing I'm in month 2 now. It supports a healthy cellular energy production, and good for people recovering from major sicknesses. It gives natural energy and supports your metabolism. So just like you want to throw out really nice heirloom seeds out onto the soil that is ridden with weeds and not prepared, some people need to do a little work prepping their soil, as I did, to start supporting the filtering of your organs and cells so that you can then be ready to absorb all that good foundational wellness. So here,
And then go ahead.
that's month 1 of the detox, and that's what I had just completed. So it has the foundational wellness, and I am taking the capsule version of the VMG Plus, and then also took those other things. So I was able to take the omegas, the PB Restore with that, but then I had that detoxing extra power with this endocrine and the Mito2 Max.
Yes. Our collagen is actually amazing and made up of 70% tripeptides. A lot of people are talking about tripeptides right now, or peptides in general. And of course, all of us are happy to stay youthful looking, but our collagen isn't just about our hair, skin, and nails, although you will notice huge differences in your hair, skin, and your nails. But it's also even helping with heavy metal detoxing. And if you just notice the bottom of the screen here, you have people talk about eyesight. I have a 20-year-old who said she stopped getting floaters after using our collagen because it just helped her do a detox. Your energy increase. It helps with inflammation and pain and neuropathy, mobility, so many different things that you'll find our different MetaPWR products, especially this collagen, help with. It has 9 types of marine collagen in it, and NMN is a precursor to NAD+. NAD+ starts decreasing after age 25. So getting this NMN helps your body produce that. And it just is great for overall health. The freeze-dried formula is one of the reasons that ours works so well because it's more potent because it's freeze-dried and it's not losing potency. So you're just adding water to it. And I think you'll see some really neat results there. And like we showed you just a little bit earlier with our friend Sarah, who had lost 100 pounds. And you do see too, I didn't go into everything, but it even evens out the blood sugar spikes and crashes.
Yeah, I have to say I've been taking that as well, and I've got actually Brad taking it as well, just because of all of its amazing stuff. I've had so many compliments on my hair, which has been a struggle for me for a long time. So that's encouraging.
Yeah, that was something I noticed right away. I think you had only used it 1 or 2 months, and I'm like, Amy, your hair is thicker. I can tell. Love that.
Yay!
And here, this page just shows us that everybody's body is different. Health is a journey, and as you're kind of working along with it, there's different tweaks and areas you can work on. But when you get that nutrition and digestion right, you can start looking at different areas like movement and metabolism, rest and managing stress, reducing toxicity, and so on. We have a lot of different items that both Amy and I are learning to love. The managing stress one is something I love, the adaptive. You'll hear me talk about that. We do have 3 simple choices today as you're thinking about your foundational health. If you want to start with what I started with, that good is your vitamins, minerals, greens, probiotic, and the E omega. And that's your foundational wellness bundle. The better is just tacking on collagen to that. And then the best option is what Amy is doing now. She's just starting month 2. So it's a a nice little reset for your body. You prepare the body in month one, you cleanse the body in month two, and you renew in month three. And it's a gentle reset. If you choose to start with foundational wellness, we do have some goodies. It comes with this shaker bottle that you can use to shake up your greens in the morning. It makes it very simple. So you'll just put your water in that VMG glass and add in your powder and shake that up and take your three omegas and PB Restore. They also popped in a peppermint oil in there, which I love. So many good uses for peppermint. You can put it on your feet, you can apply it to your hands and breathe it in. It's a really nice reset if you tend to have ADD brain and you just need some extra focus, but it's also great for allergies. Um, what's something that you use it for? I just love peppermint.
Headaches, definitely like you said, for allergies, headaches, fevers.
Fevers.
Yeah, yeah, it's just you can run it down the spine and it will cool you off. So yeah, it's very powerful, but keep it away from your eyes.
That's true. And now that you say that, I do. I love it for hot flashes too. That putting it on
Oh
the
yeah,
back of your
that's
neck,
right. Yes,
cooling
yes,
down just a degree or
yes,
so.
yes.
Something that doTERRA started this year that I really love is they have added a free essential oil every month if you're on foundational wellness. So every month they tack on a free one so you can try all these different oils that help with so many different things. So we are in September, which is our On Guard month right now. That's just your immune booster. And it's great to put in your water for a little spicy drink in the morning. It's a little bit spicy, so you want to be careful about getting it near your eyes as well. But I'll rub it on my hands to wash them, and people will use it to sanitize surfaces. But this is a great way to keep your family healthy through the winter season. Um, oh, why doTERRA? So I'm going to let Amy talk about this one too, but we joined for similar reasons. We wanted to find natural solutions for our family. We've both been working on our health for a long time. And in a previous company, we spent a lot of time helping people decrease toxins in their homes. And it's the same way now in my mind, except for we're really working on our bodies and these temples that the Lord gave us that we want to keep healthy for not just for ourselves, but for our family and our future grandchildren. And really appreciating being in a place where we can gently and easily help others do the same thing and find financial freedom for our families with something we can do from home. For me, I have one more kiddo in high school, and I'm just leaning into being more available for my adult children. You don't really realize that you're a parent for life until you reach this time of life where they they still need you, but they're also doing all this on your own, and you realize, oh, I'm still their parent and I'm still here for them, and I want to be available. So I love that we can pass this legacy business down, and that also I have a little more flexibility of my schedule. How about you, Amy?
Absolutely. The only thing I can say is I go back to that meme. You'll either pay for your health or you'll pay for your sickness. And that
Yes.
really resonates with me. Because I know sometimes it's hard to, look at your budget and say, what can I afford? But just from what I've experienced over the last 4 months and in being in a family that absolutely goes budget, um, we can't not afford to be healthy because the doctor bills are crazy and you're going to spend money on all of those doctor bills and it's probably going to be a whole lot more than what you're spending on making yourself healthy. And we all, my whole family has felt so much better. So I I just personally cannot share something that I don't 100% believe in. So that is absolutely why I'm here because I believe in the products. I know firsthand how much better it's made myself and my husband feel. We've been using them, trying them with the kids, and it just has been life changing. So it only makes sense to me for me to share these products and benefit us as well as helping anyone. I love as people know me in the past from sharing products. I want to be able to help you have the same non-toxic, healthy, beautiful life that I have. So it is such a joy to be able to do this, to do it with Trina and have such an awesome support system. It's just, I'm super excited about doing this and about sharing these products because I really believe in this company and I believe in the products and how they can help you. So makes sense.
Yes, I totally agree. Thank you all so much for coming. We wanted to share this last slide with you, just a little bit about the business because it's been something that is blessing our family. So doTERRA is a $2.5 billion debt-free company, which is pretty much unheard of these days. There are 59% of customers who order monthly. And that just speaks to the products because they're such great products. They work, they make people feel better. And another stat that's not on the screen, 75% retention rate, which is insane because most companies that are in direct sales have 10 to 20% retention rate. That means that customers come back every single year to order. Here you can build a residual income that will last. And as we talked about on the last slide, that you can pass down to your family. And even in a time where a lot of companies are struggling in this economic crisis type time in our life post-COVID, doTERRA actually had the biggest month in sales in December of 2024. And we just love being here and making an impact in people's lives. So thank you for taking the time to learn more about your health, being with us here. And Amy will be reaching out to you to schedule a one-on-one and just go over what may be helpful for your family. And I just hope you all have a great day. And thanks again for coming.
Thank you so much.